Football Notes channel brings you top 7 football news today. Number 1. Lionel Messi's father and agent Jorge arrives in Barcelona for showdown talks after son's transfer demand. The Argentine superstar's representative said, "I don't know anything," when asked about the forward's future at Camp Nou. Lionel Messi's father and agent Jorge has arrived in Barcelona and is expected to try to negotiate a move away for the 6-time Ballon d'Or winner. Jorge Messi will reportedly meet with Barca president Josep Maria Bartomeu on Wednesday to discuss a potential departure for the club captain, who last week informed the Catalan giants of his desire to leave. However, it has been reported that Barca are willing to offer their all-time leading goalscorer a contract extension until the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Messi did not report for the first day of pre-season training under Ronald Koeman on Monday, signaling his belief that a clause in his contract allowing him to leave on a free has been activated. He also failed to show up for a coronavirus screening on Sunday and will not join his teammates for training as he no longer considers himself part of Koeman's squad. However, Barca and La Liga are of the opinion the €700 million, £624 million, $823 million release clause in a deal that runs until next June will need to be met for him to terminate his agreement at Camp Nou, although the Argentine's legal team are ready to argue that he should be allowed to terminate his deal unilaterally. Messi had a clause in his contract which would have allowed him to cancel his Barcelona deal, which expired in June. However, he believes it was still valid when he notified Barcelona of his desire to leave last week due to the 2019-20 season being extended into August because of the coronavirus pandemic. Manchester City, managed by former Barca boss Pep Guardiola, are reported to be leading the race to sign Messi. Paris Saint-Germain and Inter have also been credited with significant interest in the 33-year-old Argentina international. Messi has written himself into club legend by scoring a record 634 goals for the Catalans in 731 outings, including 31 in 44 last term, in which Barca finished second in La Liga to Real Madrid, having led the league prior to the coronavirus lockdown, and suffering a humiliating 8-2 defeat to Bayern Munich in the quarter-finals of the Champions League. During his time with the club, Messi has won the Primera Division title on 10 occasions and has helped Barca to 4 Champions League titles. Additionally, he has scooped the Ballon d'Or, recognized as football's greatest individual honor, on 6 occasions, one more than great rival Cristiano Ronaldo. Number 2. Jorginho Wijnaldum agrees to join Barcelona from Liverpool. Liverpool midfielder Jorginho Wijnaldum has agreed to join Barcelona this summer, according to reports in Spain. The Netherlands international has less than a year remaining on his contract with Jurgen Klopp's side and could leave on a free transfer next summer. According to Sport, Barcelona are now in advanced talks with Wijnaldum's representatives, and the 29-year-old has given his approval to sign a 3-year contract with the Spanish club. The report claims that Barcelona have yet to agree a transfer fee with Liverpool, but they view Wijnaldum as a replacement for Ivan Rakitic, who returned to Sevilla on Tuesday, and Arturo Vidal, who is in talks to join Inter. New Barcelona boss Ronald Koeman is also a huge admirer of Wijnaldum, having managed him for the Dutch national team. Barcelona are understood to be hopeful of agreeing a deal with Liverpool worth up to €20 million, £17.7 million. Liverpool are willing to offload Wijnaldum if he does not want to extend his contract and will make a move for Bayern Munich midfielder Thiago Alcantara as his replacement. Klopp is interested in bringing Thiago to Anfield, but Liverpool have not yet submitted an offer to Bayern, who are demanding a €30 million, £26.6 million fee for the 29-year-old. In an interview last week, Klopp claimed that Liverpool needed to be cautious in the transfer market in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic. "There are a lot of interesting players out there, but if someone is interesting for us, I can't say right now," Klopp told Service TV when asked about a potential move for Thiago. "Due to COVID-19 you have to think 5 times about what you can and what you can't do. We always have to pay attention to the financial aspect. We don't know how much money will come in. Nobody knows, but it seems like some other teams have a more positive outlook on the future. If you look at Chelsea for example, but I am very happy with my team right now. If something transfer related will happen we have to see." Number 3. Chelsea are set to announce the arrival of Kai Havertz after the attacker completed his medical ahead of a £90 million move from Bayer Leverkusen, according to reports via the Daily Mail. The Blues have been locked in negotiations with Leverkusen for several weeks after Frank Lampard identified Havertz as one of his key summer transfer targets as he looks to build a squad capable of competing for major trophies this season. The Daily Mail were one of several media outlets to report last week that the 21-year-old was set to undergo his medical after Chelsea had agreed a deal that would see them pay Leverkusen an initial £72 million rising to £90 million with add-ons. It appears the transfer has now taken a huge step towards completion as the newspaper now cites Bild journalist Christian Falk as claiming that Havertz completed his medical in London on Sunday. As long as there are no late complications, the Daily Mail suggests that Chelsea's deal to sign the German international will be officially announced over the coming days. Havertz should prove to be an excellent addition to Lampard's squad if they can get the deal over the line as he's developed into one of the most exciting young talents in European football over the past few years. The attacking midfielder has contributed an impressive 45 goals and a further 31 assists in his 148 appearances since breaking into the Leverkusen first team, and he's already a full international with Germany. Havertz is predominantly a central attacking midfielder but can play from either wing, so his versatility will be a useful asset for Lampard and he'll give Chelsea another top-class option in the final third. The German youngster is set to become Chelsea's sixth major signing of the summer window following the arrivals of Hakim Ziyech, Timo Werner, Ben Chilwell, Malang Sarr and Thiago Silva. We'll have to wait and see how things progress over the coming days, but it looks like Havertz is set to seal his big money move to Stamford Bridge, and I think he'll be a superb long-term signing for the Londoners. Number 4. Everton are hopeful of completing an ambitious deal worth more than £20 million for Real Madrid and Colombia forward James Rodriguez by the end of the week. The 29-year-old played under Everton boss Carlo Ancelotti at Spanish champions Real and Bayern Munich. Rodriguez, who has been marginalized under Zinedine Zidane at the Bernabeu, has been allowed to miss pre-season training to sort out his future. It would be Ancelotti's first major signing since become boss in December. The Italian has been the driving force behind the deal, with Rodriguez, who is entering the final year of his contract at Real, attracted by the idea of working with the Italian once more. Rodriguez won the Golden Boot at the 2014 World Cup after scoring 6 goals in 5 games. A 3-year contract is under discussion as Everton look to pull off a transfer that would be regarded as a major coup and a powerful statement of intent as Ancelotti moves to reshape a side that finished 12th last season. Everton have also agreed a deal with Napoli for 29-year-old Brazil midfielder Allan, which is expected to be confirmed shortly. The Italian club's chairman Aurelio De Laurentiis has already said, "We are at the final farewell. Allan will go to Everton." Ancelotti made Allan a priority after working with him at Napoli, while discussions are continuing with Watford over a deal for Abdoulaye Doucouré. The French midfielder is believed to be keen on a move to Goodison Park, but Watford are holding out for about £30 million for the 27-year-old. Number 5. Arsenal sent Atletico Madrid Thomas Partey release clause message after swap deal offer. Arsenal reportedly told Atletico Madrid that they will not pay Thomas Partey's release clause after seeing a swap deal offer rejected as they continue to try and negotiate for the player. Atletico have been quite clear that they will not sell the Ghanaian for less than his release clause. However, that has not stopped the Gunners from trying to get the deal done. Ahead of the summer transfer window, Partey was identified as a top target by the Arsenal board. He ticks a lot of boxes for Mikel Arteta and crucially has a wealth of experience in the Champions League. Partey is currently stalling on a new contract with Atletico Madrid. That has given Arsenal hope that he would be open to a move to North London. The 27-year-old is also a boyhood Gunners fan and is looking to test himself in the Premier League, having spent the majority of his career in Spain. However, according to Fabrizio Romano, Arsenal have been informed that they will only be able to sign Partey if they pay his release clause. The position of Atletico Madrid is so clear. I know so well the board at Atletico Madrid, they also did this in the past, when many clubs asked them for other players, if they had a top player and Thomas is a top player. You have to pay what we want, and that is the release clause. So you have to pay euros 50 million or you don't get the player. I am told that 2 or 3 weeks ago Arsenal told the Atletico Madrid board they are not going to pay the release clause. At the moment there is indication they will pay the release clause, and they want to negotiate. They offered Matteo Guendouzi in the deal and Atletico said no. So at the moment there is no agreement, but there is an opportunity to sign the player because Thomas wants to go to Premier League. Arsenal look set to offload Guendouzi, and there has been talk he could join Lyon as part of a swap deal for Houssem Aouar. The player is yet to feature for the Gunners in pre-season, despite Mikel Arteta claiming he would be handed another chance in the first team after being asked to train alone. Guendouzi was involved in a spat with Brighton's Neil Maupay last season, an incident that Arteta did not stand for. Number 6. The Red Devils are closing in on a deal to add the Dutch midfielder to their squad on a reported 5-year contract. Manchester United are closing in on the signing of Ajax midfielder Donny van de Beek after reaching an agreement over a fee with the Dutch Giants. It is understood the deal is worth around £40 million, $53 million, and the 23-year-old is close to becoming Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's first signing of the summer transfer window once personal terms and a medical are completed. United have been monitoring the Netherlands international for a while as they look to strengthen their midfield options and firmed up their interest when it became clear that Van de Beek was keen on a move to Old Trafford. There were reports of some late interest from Tottenham, but it is understood United were always leading the race. Ajax boss Erik ten Hag fueled speculation Van de Beek was on his way out of the club when asked for a transfer update ahead of a friendly clash with Eintracht Frankfurt on Saturday. There have been some developments that made us decide to keep him out of today's squad, Ten Hag told Ziggo Sport. We will see what happens. We'll make an announcement as soon as there's some clarity. United had hoped to have Jadon Sancho through the door as their first signing of the summer, but the tough economic climate, due to the effects of the coronavirus pandemic, means they have not been able to reach an agreement with Borussia Dortmund for the former Manchester City youngster. It is understood United have grown frustrated at the pace of discussions with the German side, who have taken the unusual decision to use a third-party agent to discuss the deal. Player wages and agent fees continue to pose a problem in negotiations, and United are wary of making the same mistake they did with Alexis Sanchez when his huge £560,000 a week wages ended up ripping up the whole salary structure at the club following his arrival from Arsenal in January 2018. Executive Vice Chairman Ed Woodward has consistently warned this would be a difficult transfer window, but the club are still keen to invest in the squad as Solskjaer looks to build on last season's third-place finish, which secured a return to the Champions League. Number 7. Arsenal willing to sanction Hector Bellerin PSG transfer to fund double signing of Thomas Partey and Houssem Aouar, while Ainsley Maitland-Niles will stay. Arsenal may agree to sell Hector Bellerin to Paris Saint-Germain to help fund summer moves for Thomas Partey and Houssem Aouar. Gunners Chiefs know they have few saleable assets to cash in on this summer, but they also need some additional cash to bring in manager Mikel Arteta's top targets, including Atletico Madrid midfielder Partey. Bellerin is one of those Arsenal are considering cashing in on to help strengthen the team, following an approach from Paris Saint-Germain. PSG have made their interest in Bellerin known, and the clubs have opened talks about a possible move in the coming weeks. Bellerin has been linked with an Arsenal exit before and is also being eyed by Juventus and Bayern Munich, but the French champions have made contact and want him as a replacement for right-back Thomas Meunier, who joined Borussia Dortmund in a free transfer earlier this summer. There has been regular contact between the two clubs over the last week, with the French giants looking to pay around £30 million. Arsenal would prefer Bellerin to stay. He is under contract until 2023, but will not stand in his way if the 25-year-old full-back wants to move to Paris and the club receive the right fee. And that will aid Arteta in his chase of Atletico Madrid's Partey, who has a £44.5 million release clause, while the Premier League club has also held talks over a possible move for Lyon playmaker Aouar. If Bellerin does leave, Arsenal will also scrap their plans to sell Ainsley Maitland-Niles this summer. The versatile 23-year-old is a target for Wolves, who reportedly had an opening bid of £15 million rejected by Arsenal and are expected to come back with an improved offer. He's also been linked with a move to Newcastle, but it is claimed the Magpies balked at the fee the Gunners are demanding, having put a £25 million price tag on their academy graduate. But Bellerin's exit will mean he stays at the Emirates, while they also have summer signing Cedric Soares, who signed in a free transfer from Southampton in June, who can play in that position. These are Football Notes' top 7 news for today. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow.